And welcome back to more Super Mario Maker. Last time we did more event courses, and this time we're going to be doing user levels. This is being recorded in post because, well, some of the codes didn't work, so I wanted to make sure all these would work first. So this was submitted by, I don't know how to say that name, I'm sorry. But, this was not one of my favorites from this set. If you can read that comment, that's actually my comment from when I was testing it and just making sure it worked. But basically, what you need to do is get the Yoshi to the end of the stage, which is easier said than done. Here I tried to actually do it without getting the Yoshi to the end to see if it's possible, and guess what? It's not. You either need the Yoshi to bounce off the saws, or you need the Yoshi to just hit to get the P-switch all the way back. So, one of the trickier parts of the level is actually getting the Yoshi to the end, and thankfully, it went pretty smoothly both times, like there. So this is obviously, I feel like it was partly inspired by the one event course that involved a similar concept of taking Yoshi to the end. And though this one feels a little bit more cheap, to be fair. I mean, this isn't a bad level, but it's a very challenging level. And that's the trickiest part because you have to actually get Yoshi in there. That's actually really difficult because of the saws, and also you have to hit a Koopa. Like, you have to hit the Koopa at just the right angle so Yoshi goes in. That is harder than it looks, I should point out. Here I didn't know what to do because I couldn't actually jump on the switch. I didn't exactly know how to get Yoshi through, because I remember on a test run I actually failed to get Yoshi through there, so I didn't know what to do after that. So basically I just went solo, and this is where the run ends. Because ice physics. Anyway, it wasn't a horrible level, but just felt sort of rushed. Next level was from when it loads. Yeah, the loading times weren't too good when I was trying. This was from Ben. His one level didn't work. That was why I decided to just do this in post and make sure all the levels worked first. But yeah, this level is actually really creative. Even though I died a ton, I think it's the second longest level in the video. It actually was a pretty good level because it had a lot of really good concepts there. You can see me totally screwing up and missing a mushroom. Basically using cannons and blocks on the track in order to create the illusion of a cage moving. Very creative design, but it's also very, very challenging because you don't have a lot of room to maneuver like there. It's gotta be very careful, don't rush in, just take it slow, and it's actually not too bad. It gets really, really tough later on. I didn't know if I needed to jump on top or stay low, so that's why I almost died there. I'm pretty sure that would also kill you getting crushed by those blocks. I'd also recommend getting the star at the end of that, not at the beginning, because, well, yeah, you want the star to last. I assume you can get crushed there too if you don't hurry. This is the part where I died repeatedly. Now that I'm looking at the interface I set up for the video with the number in the corner, this is actually reminding me of another Mario Maker series, so yeah. Weird coincidence, or maybe partly intentional. Maybe I was subconsciously being like, hey, I should put the code in the screen like so-and-so did. I might put a link in the description. You can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Nintendo Capri Sun's Let's Play does that, where he puts the code at the bottom of the screen. That's, I think, where I thought of it. So yeah, shoutouts. I don't know if I got the yeah, I think I skipped the mushroom, like, screw that. And I didn't know what to do there, so I died again. Yeah, this is the longest level actually upon inspection. Well, another one took quite a long time. I'm trying to get the fire flower so I can get a second hit in case I mess anything up. I don't even know what was in that block. Oh, cape. It's basically just here. It's just a matter of me trying to figure out where to actually put the spring, because it was kind of difficult to figure out. I went through the doors and not the pipes. I don't know if you can actually go down the pipes, but I honestly didn't really feel like risking it. Yeah, this is where things kind of start to get real, because the blocks have wings on them, meaning they go faster, so it's actually a lot scarier, I'd say, to maneuver, because you have less, fewer frames to actually jump through here. And then part of the cage is gone now, so that's kind of a cool mechanic, in my opinion. This is actually really well thought out, having the blocks be a platform into the pipe. I died here a few times, spoiler, but I just you kind of get cornered a lot by this Bowser type, because this Bowser type, unlike the other Bowsers, New Super Mario Bros. And this game have comparable physics, so in that game, in Super Mario World, Bowser's never fought this way, but in New Super Mario Bros., Bowser actually has a hitbox, unlike in other games. So like in Mario 1, you can just damage boost through Bowser. Not damage boost, but you can take a hit and basically run through Bowser, which is actually not a bad idea. If you like Super Mario, not like Fire Mario. If you're Fire Mario, you want to keep it, but if you're not, then there's no point in keeping yourself as that. So yeah, in this game you can't exactly just damage yourself and using iframes, so that's kind of a shame. So yeah, I do actually kind of botch that puzzle, unfortunately, but hey, I almost said all's well that ends well, but I just remembered I hate that expression. It's super trite to me. Yeah, that was actually one of my favorite levels from the set because of how like creative it actually was. Like, it was surprisingly creative to me. The next level, I don't remember if I actually liked it or not. I think I actually thought it was pretty good, but there's only like one level, 2 levels out of the set of like 6 levels that I actually didn't really care for. And this one is actually a VOCALOID level, so I'm not gonna actually say anything. Yeah, I just thought that was actually a really creative idea for a level. Very different, but yeah, can only imagine. I think there's actually a comment that he mentioned it took 7 hours to actually do that. So yeah, definitely check that one out, I'd say. Next up, we have Glacial Garrison from Andy. This is actually my favorite level from this that was submitted, followed by the cage one. But this one is actually really, really well thought out. I die a lot, so this is also one of the longer portions. This is like, no, wait, this is actually longer. Never mind. Yeah, this is the longest level in this set, but just the concept of using the muncher to basically destroy blocks, it's just really cool. To destroy bombs, and that was just stupid. It wasn't even the ice physics that got me that time, it was just carelessness. Basically, yeah, this is just a very well thought out level. There's a couple cheap parts that I would have left out if it were me. But on the whole, it's actually a really solid level. We'll probably see that pretty soon. There's actually one really puzzly part of it too that's like super like jerkish, but actually like in the nicest way possible, if that makes sense. It's like challenge. It's sort of a Kaizo-y thing, and I don't know if that was the intention, but that's just how what it reminded me of. One thing I would say is to turn off comments, because some of the comments are placed in places where it's very, very easy to die. So yeah, you might want to turn off comments in this level just to avoid that kind of thing. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of this for a while. But yeah, this is actually also aesthetically, this is actually one of the better levels I've seen. Just using the combination of the castle and the ice, it just looks really nice. It just looks really like well thought out, and well planned. And this comment sucks because you can't see where you're landing. Yeah, so that's kind of a precarious jump. None of these levels took me that long, that's why I'm not cutting. Like, if it took too long, there's that door, and at first I was like, why is there a door just floating there? So I just like take my time through here. And then realize, like, oh snap. Yeah. And then I have the problem of not what do I do from here? Yeah, you have to get so much momentum there that's very easy to actually die. You can see me being like, oh crud, now what? Yeah, basically, mushrooms spawn. At that point, I just decided that I should just go on ahead, not try to actually backtrack. Yeah, I backed away from the pipe on purpose so it would spawn faster. That's actually a thing. Yeah, Mario mechanics are very fascinating, but yeah, in this game, you cannot be near mushroom pipes. You have to be pretty far away, actually, compared to in the traditional Mario. For some reason, I was like really screwing up on this one jump. I don't know why, because that's not even the hard part. But I was just having the hardest time with that one jump. And then I just died. Yeah, this is actually really, really intricately designed levels. I feel like whoever made this, I know who made it, but, you know, not personally, that the creative level put a lot of thought into this whole mechanic and really fleshed it out in a way that's actually really, really cool. I don't worry about the mushroom since I'm almost to the point where you get a mushroom anyway. I figure, why the heck should I risk making that jump back just to get a mushroom? See, the mushroom's right there, so yeah, that part's scary because you can't see where you're landing and there is lava there, so yeah. Thanks, guy, for putting a comment right during the worst spot in the level. Made that jump finally. Yeah, this part you have to really jump into, which is easier said than done. But yeah, that is actually one of my favorite things I've seen in the game, because it doesn't really punish you, is what I like about it, because it's fair. I mean, having a thing be like, oh wow, yeah, I just derped here, I should have hit the power block. I didn't see the power block until after I got hit. I can see it now, and I'm like really, like, why did I miss that? But hindsight. And here's the end of the level, which is actually really well designed as well, because you have to use that same mechanic to slide under. And yeah, basically it was just a really well thought out level. Very intricate design with the vines and the ice blocks. It was difficult, but also very fair, because again, they give you the doors so you can go back and try again. More levels need that, where you can try again. So yeah, props for that level. Seriously, yeah, I favorited that level for a reason. So next is, oh wow, 2 more. I got to a ton of levels in the first video. I didn't get any that are too hard. I'm probably not a popular enough YouTuber for people to want to send Kaizo levels to, to be completely honest. This one was Treetop Fun from Cage. This wasn't too bad, but I actually felt like it should have been tighter in certain spots. You'll see in a moment. It gave me kind of a Mario 1-3 vibe, which I actually was kind of digging. But things get a little bit hazy later on. Yeah, the whole design of it's actually really well thought out for a Mario 1 level. But there's this one little part here, upcoming, that I don't think was well thought out. This part here is like, it's hard to know how to react. Like I didn't know that was there, so I just panicked and died. It's like maybe have an arrow pointing or something. Like again, literally this is a really good level in my opinion, but my only issue is, yeah, and I just was being stupid there. My only issue is that certain parts really needed signs, arrows, something to make it a little less foggy as to where to go. And that's the one thing I've discovered about Mario Maker in a lot of levels, is that a lot of people don't like telling you where to actually go, and it's frustrating. But yeah, it's actually a pretty good level, but yeah, that is my only complaint. Signs. Put in an arrow somewhere. Like, down arrow, up arrow, I don't care, just something to tell you, yeah, there's actually ground down there. Now see, I kind of held back that time when I got hit by the Goomba, because I was anticipating getting hit by that guy. So, it's a pretty smooth level after that, though. That's like the hard part to me, and it's classic Hammer Bro formation, so I gotta prove that. I break all the blocks because, well, I played the original Mario, I know what's up. Actually, it was Mario 3 that did that a lot more. Mario 1 only did that on one occasion. Like, 3 had a couple items near Hammer Bros, but Mario 3 really ran with the concept, because you can actually get items in Hammer Bros stages, so it's very rare. I haven't seen it that often. I haven't experienced it, but it's easier in World 1 than World 2. This one was misspelled blouses and celeste by vivis, I guess. I don't know if I said that right, but this level, yeah, it was one of the less exceptional ones of this bunch. Like, here, I had the hardest time just getting into that block formation, because it's hard to do a 1 block jump. And I don't know why I'm saying this, because the level is something with blouses and celeste, so that's a little weird. And this permanently locks you out of it, so you just have to start over. So afterwards, I tried the second pipe, and this one ended up being a lot more successful. I just ran. I didn't care. I just did like running through everything. I hesitated, which is actually sad, because I would have gotten the world record otherwise. Because the world record, I lost by just a few seconds. Yeah, that one was just kind of weak to me. It was just kind of, I don't know, maybe because of how short it was. But anyway, that was all the levels I got through for this time, so thank you for watching.